Now let me show you a tip about putting straight. Putting straight is usually thought of as rolling the ball where you intended it to go over there somewhere. But that's not really putting straight. That's putting somehow and you're not sure how it works. Putting straight is rolling the ball in the same direction the putter points no matter what. So if somebody points a putter and says, "Would you please putt it straight?" Your job is pretty simple. You look at the aim of the putter right on the other side of the ball, and there's a little stripe of grass right in front of the ball that goes the same as the putter points. Your job is to start ball down that line, and that's all you do. Whether it goes in the hole or not, that's another issue altogether. You don't want to have a stroke that you don't understand, because that will make your aiming and your reading all messed up. If you have a good read and a good aim, then putt straight, you're going to get a lot better result. You're going to find out whether you're any good at aiming, and you'll be able to fix that. So the main tip for putting straight is to know what that means. It means roll ball where putter points. Whenever you put a putter on the ground and aim it, it creates a T shape on the ground, directly away from the putter in the direction that the putter aims. You can square up to that T and put the ball down that T, and that's a perfectly straight stroke, win, lose, or draw. Okay, that's the main thing about putting straight. Let me show you another thing about putting straight. This is the second thing about putting straight. How do you do this consistently and easily without a lot of mental effort? The answer happens to be you do nothing. If you stand still and make a mild backstroke and let the putter go wherever it wants to go, it will go square straight down the line. Okay, watch this swing square and straight down the line without me doing anything. That's because the physics of the swinging putter head constitutes a wrecking ball. It has a momentum and a direction that will go dead straight unless you mess with it. The only requirement is that you hold still at the neck. Not the top of the head, but the neck. So if I basically aim this putter and set my neck, have a mild backstroke, and then hold still, the ball goes right where I've aimed the putter. So let me aim the putter into the hole once, and we'll see if that doesn't happen. I set my neck, I start a mild backstroke, and I hold still. Hey, supposed to go in the hole. But that's a wrecking ball swing. Now the golfer will have to fiddle a little bit with that to make sure that the putter stays square, but that's mostly grip pressure. It's not hand manipulation of any kind. There's nothing for the hands to do except let the putter swing. Start it, leave it alone. You get a really nice little stroke. The last thing I'd like to show you is how to read a putt. Let's say you landed a golf ball on the green from 150 yards out, and that's what you got. Here's the hole, and you need to know the straight uphill line through that hole so you can perceive the way the ball will roll into the hole and how it will break. The straight uphill line through the hole we'll call the fall line or the zero break line. How do you see that? How do you know whether it's that way or that way or that way? You stand more or less on the low side of the cup and you try to identify the highest point on the rim of the cup. I'll just pick right there. Maybe that's as high as it gets. If that's true, then this would be a straight putt that won't break. Pretty good. The second way you do this is you want to do a push-up on the green like you're on a beach. And you're going to put your hands down left and right of the hole so that your hands are on the level elevations instead of one hand low making you work harder. I would think that that might be a good way to position my hands. The fall line is perpendicular to that, so there again, I'm guessing this would be the fall line. So I have two different ways of checking the fall line, and I'm pretty happy that that's a pretty straight putt. Now what do you do with that? Here's the fall line. There's the golf ball. You visualize the last 3 feet at how the ball will actually roll into the hole. That depends on you knowing how this ball's speed will enter the cup. If you have good touch, you will have a consistent delivery speed that's always the same, and you will be able to accurately predict the future, whereas other golfers will not. No accurate touch, no accurate reading. Consistent touch, easy reading, always one read to look for, one read to see, and you see it accurately and intuitively. This is what you see. 3 pieces to finding a target based on this are A, see it in, B, trace it back to the ball. When it straightens out at the ball, it creates a tangent, straight line back this way. C is follow that tangent straight line to the fall line, dig a hole, and then go back, and it's a putt, straight, dead, straight, level putt from that ball into this cup with the usual delivery speed, and that will make it go on the real curve into the hole with the right delivery speed. So let me show you a little for instance. I'm putting this stake right in the middle of this target, and I'm going to create the line that you have to commit to when you putt straight. You start the putt straight, and then you expect the putt to break to the low side. You don't end the putt up at the stake, you start it straight at the stake and let it break. So I putt as far as the stake straight, and it breaks and goes in the hole. Ah, dog it. Hold on, mulligan. That's a pretty good effort. Putt it straight,